Find the equation of a circle if its diameter has endpoints at -1, 3 and at 5, 15. So the first thing we have to do is recall the equation of a circle, right? So the equation of a circle is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared is equal to r squared, where the coordinates a comma b give the center and where r gives the radius of the circle. So what we need to do to find the equation of the circle is that we need the center and we need to find the radius. So we know that the circle's diameter has endpoints -1, 3 and 5, -15. So if you want to think of it by drawing a picture, you have that one of the endpoints is around here and the other endpoint is around here, and this is the diameter of the circle, right? So the circle is going to look something like this, sort of poorly drawn. I can do a better job. So the circle is going to look something like this. Alright? So to find the center of the circle, we can actually look at this diameter line and look for the point right in the middle, which is also known as the midpoint. So to find the center, we can find the midpoint of those two coordinates that we have. So first, let's find the center. So to recall, the midpoint of 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, is given by the averages of each of the coordinates, right? So you want the averages of the x's and then the averages of the y's. So the x coordinate is going to be x1 plus x2 over 2, which is just the average, and for the y coordinate it's going to be y1 plus y2 over 2. Okay? So let's label our points here. Let's let our -1, 3 be our x1, y1, and our 5, -15 be our x2, y2. Okay? So then according to this midpoint formula, what are we going to get? We're going to get x1 plus x2, so -1 plus 5 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2, so 3 plus -15, which is 3 minus 15, over 2. So simplifying either of these, -1 plus 5 is going to give us 4 over 2, comma, -12 over 2. And so the midpoint of those two endpoints is 2, comma, -6. And this is going to be the center of our circle. Great. So now we found the center. And the last thing we need is the radius. So notice, to find the radius, we know that the diameter of a circle is equal to 2 times the radius, right? So the radius is going to be the diameter divided by 2. Well, what's the diameter of the circle is going to be just the distance between these two endpoints here, right? But we know how to find the distance of 2 points. So to find the diameter, we use this distance formula, where given points x1, y1 again, and x2, y2, the formula is going to be y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared. Right, that's just the distance between 2 points. So again, letting our x1, y1 be 1, -3 up here, and our x2, y2 be 5, -15, what are we going to end up getting? So let me rewrite it here. So we got -1, 3 is our x1, y1. and 5, negative 15 is our x2, y2. So we want y2 minus y1, so negative 15 minus 3 squared plus x2 minus x1, 5 minus negative 1 squared. And then simplifying, we get negative 18 squared plus 6 squared. And if you compute those will give you 360. Compute them and add them up, right? So now we have that the diameter is equal to the square root of 360. And so the radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. So in this case, it's going to be 360 divided by 2. So now we have both our center and our radius. And the last thing to do would be to plug it into the formula. So we have x minus a. So the center is 2 comma negative 6. So a would be 2 squared plus y minus the b coordinate. And here it's negative 6. So y minus negative 6 is going to be y plus 6 squared is equal to the radius squared. So square root of 360 over 2 squared. And you can simplify, you can reduce this, and this would be a good practice to do on your own, reducing the radius to simplified form. But this is generally how the equation is going to look for that circle.